don't know of you, then it's very hard for us to be like, oh yeah, totally that guy who is really good in ranked.
So I'm looking at the bracket here, and STC and Vortex fought Far and Malovent in winners round 1 of top 32. They ended up losing 0-2, which is how they entered the losers bracket. Went down pretty early, made a solid run with a couple 2-1s, a couple 2-0s. Once they got into top 8, it was a game 5 between them and Josuit and Dolan, which gives me high hopes for this team already. And then it was that big 3-0 against Serena and Yumi. That was the set right before the one that we just saw, STC and Vortex versus Accent and Reaper. So this is definitely a revenge story for Vortex and STC, as they just got 0-2'd earlier in this tournament by Far and Malovent.
One thing that's nice for this team is that we are in those best of 5s now. So if they struggled in game 2, but they're like, oh, I think I know what to do, then they're like, all right, now we have time to adapt. Now we have a completely new set, as Malovent almost takes out the teammate. Vortex going to try to punish it. Ground pound gets caught by Malovent, but Far did not get the wall touch.
Yeah, going back to your point, that's a great observation, because we even saw that earlier today. Like, we saw Remy and Isidru come back 0-2 against Noel and Ethan in a best of 5 and get that reverse 3. So yeah, that is something that it might be more common than you would expect. So that's why we have these top 8 best of 5s.
Yeah, just that opportunity to adapt. Meanwhile, red team still behind this blue team, Far falling just a little bit earlier, and the red team has not been able to get the refrags. Oh, he dropped the downlight side air.
You see they're trying to find this knockout onto STC, but they haven't found any of the KO moves yet. Side air almost knocking out Far. Is he going to press? Yes, he is! In comes the Insig, grabbing both members of the red team. Great moves coming out from STC this game. Definitely like saying, hey guys, you're talking about Vortex. I'm here too. Give me some attention.
Credit to STC, he has been hitting those signatures, not just the side signature that everyone talks about when it comes to Wushang, but he's been hitting specifically the gauntlet neutral signature very frequently.
Just barely out of the way of that neutral signature out from Far. There's the Nair into the recovery. Far looking to further juggle there, reaching up for the Nair, missing. D-Light side air from STC. Went for the side sig right over the corner. Far a little bit too low on that wall.
But he's got to be careful. He's the first one onto the final stocks. He's already getting close to kill percent. The down sig catches him, and Far is out of here. Now it's all left to Malovent to go up against the 4 stocks of this blue team side air. Lots of force behind it, but same for the hammer for Vortex.
Now that down signature, I believe, is a grab, so it'll only take one opponent, and that was so close to actually picking up Malovent instead of Far. Far was just a little bit closer to Vortex, so when that hitbox came out, it grabbed him first.
So STC charging forward, though. You see him trying to connect with the Pogo. Oh, good coverage from this blue team. You saw Vortex cover low and STC covered high with that jump side air. Ooh. Oh, Malv's gone. Yep. Committed to that ground pound. Yeah.
And actually kind of low damage numbers across the board. Definitely Far is kind of the outlier here, putting out only 273, only grabbing 1 knockout. The rest were low damage numbers. They were like the low to mid 400s from everyone else in the game. So a lot of early knockouts from everybody.
Yeah, but like you were saying, of course, Far was kind of the big target, right? Far got knocked out very early by that blue team, but we're going to get right on to the next one. No swaps from Far. Didn't think that it was Petra that was the problem, just maybe the map.
Now, opening up in such a confident way from Vortex and STC, like that would put a lot of fear in me if I was Far and Malovent, because like earlier in the tournament, they 2-0'd him. Who knows how close those games were? It could have been like last stock red on both of those games that Far and Malovent took, but coming out and winning game 1 against the team who may or may not have bodied you earlier, that is a rough start for red and a fantastic start for blue.
Yeah, not to mention that red team had some time to chill, right? Blue's just coming hot off the win in losers semifinals. They might be warmed up, but at the same time, exhaustion will start to set in. These are tournament matches, best of fives. Nice neutral sig.
Again, man. You're
He's
exactly right when you said he's nailing those insigs on gauntlets so well.
Nice pickup from STC onto both red team members. Again, this red team gets caught stacking up, and the blue team takes full advantage of it.
Recovery hitting low, almost sending Malovent off screen. Spot dodging. Big side air from Malovent. Are they going to be able to convert this into a knockout? Blue team completely split. Recovery from far. Oh! Somehow he perfectly set that up despite the low and slow weapon toss that seemed to come out ages ago.
500 IQ weapon toss from far to lead to the end sig, but Malovent gonna fall. And the red team they're just still fighting to get back into this one, trying to get back to neutral. Nice pickup from Malovent with a neutral signature. Catches both. Far going deep. Hits the ground pound. STC's gone.
Yeah, that's huge. That's one of the things the red team needs to bring themselves back into this. They're still behind in terms of damage. Far very close to getting knocked out. Are we going to see the D-Sig on the edge? No, STC's going to back up. And again, you were exactly right. They stack up so much. How are both of them getting hit by so many things from this blue team?
Blue team just able to find every single opportunity when the red team stacks up. Red team down to their final stocks though. Malovent, deep red, could get taken out. Far's gonna read his dodge and catch him with a recovery. And it's all left to Far now in the 1v2.
This is such a tough spot to be in. Far staring down 2 stocks from the blue team, a team that's been able to follow up off of one another so well. We know they got the setups for it. Beautiful, quick and simple from STC and Vortex as they take game 2.
Well done to Vortex and STC, able to take another one. Just a complete change from going 0-2 in the winners bracket. I guess going down to the losers bracket really lit a fire onto Far and Malovent, but we are seeing, Vortex and STC, but we are seeing Far make the swap. Gonna retain the orb, but is gonna be switching over to Thor.
It's gonna have that carryover orb from Petra. Also gonna have a strong signature kit. See if he's able to do with this what Tiger was able to do with the Thor earlier.
Ooh, didn't like the map bans.
Leaving Mammoth, APOC, and Crystal Temple. And we're going to Mammoth.
Far going to be coming in with the Thor with the, that's a Terra's hammer. That's the holiday one. So maybe Far's got some experience with the hammer, or maybe he just really likes that hammer skin. Either way, we'll see how well that works, as Far and Malovent have to win the next 3 games if they want to continue on, get that guaranteed top 2 finish.
Now coming in, I always feel weird when I see a default Thor skin. Because he has like so many 6 skins that like everyone almost always has a skin on him. Oh! Completely shut down!
Xavier Woods is skinning Malovent right there on the left side. Complete gimp of Malovent. But Far comes in throwing out these big NSIGs, trying to finish off one of the stocks of the blue team.
Like, I think people know by now that D-Sig on Sword for Bodvar is a really good move. But, like, it's still underrated. It's so underrated. What a good signature.
Bodvar's got so many fantastic SIGs, it's hard to pick just one. Both of them actually splitting around that D-Sig. STC went above it, Vortex below it. Neither of them really got a punish onto Far, but very interesting to see how they chose to avoid it. First stock taken off the blue team. Vortex going to be the one to fall. Stomp side air, and Far takes another one. This swap to Thor working really well.
In comes STC, trying to interrupt that combo as fast as he can. Give some room to his teammate. Stomp side air. Mal is on his last stock. He has to be so careful here. Otherwise, he's going to leave his teammate alone. Even if he has 3 stocks, you can't be leaving your teammate alone like that.
Yeah, it is just so hard to 1v2. Nice stomp, able to react and get the side air, but Vortex still extending his second stock. Side signature launches Vortex. Far is dominating the recovery. Down like ground pound. Far gets another one. Can he get the full wipe? Can he get all 6?
It's certainly possible because he is playing insane right now. Yeah, this Thor pick has just like completely reinvigorated Far.
Fantastic decision to switch over to this Thor. Oh, but he gets caught. The second swing of that gauntlet side signature does go a little bit high, so when you try to jump over it, will end up catching your feet very often. Vortex with a downlight jump, chase, dodge, recovery. Nice interrupt. Malovent just trying to get that damage out.
Oh, man. Vortex almost got the side air off of that, too. That would have put a little bit more beef onto that. Might not have led to the knockout, but still would have added a little bit more damage onto that stock. Sidelight side air from Far, grabbing both members of the blue team. Looking like an STC signature there.
Blue team actually disengaged from Far. Far had burned so many tools, and now it's left to STC, who gets caught by the side air, the swap to the Thor, paying dividends for Far.
Ooh, that's a spooky number. Far doing 666 damage. Get me out of here. This lobby's cursed.
Just the Thor is cursed. He's going to be stuck at that damage number for the rest of it, so it's going to be on Malovent. But definitely eyes are going to be on Malovent now, right? Like, Malovent had a rough first 2 stocks, was able to extend that third one long enough that they were able to close it out. But it's going to be scary, right? You can't just rely on Malovent being able to extend 1 stock for a really long time. He's got to be able to extend that first and second stock as well.
We had Small Enigma, Great Hall, and Shipwreck on the board, and the choice was to go to Shipwreck. STC swapping over to Shovel Knight. We don't see a lot of Nash, and we don't see a lot of Shovel Knight. We see some of the other Shovel Knight crossovers, particularly Black Knight a lot, but we don't see Shovel Knight very often, given some love.
I kind of get it though, right? Like, Hammer, definitely a very strong weapon in 2v2s. Of course, it worked really well for Far to switch to a character with Hammer. And then, of course, STC has a strong spear with that Bryn. So maybe just going to be going with the Hammer and Spear combo on Nash.
Also going to give him quite a bit of movement speed, which can be helpful in 2v2. You have the ability to rotate more quickly. Also high strength. And like some solid SIGs for 2v2.
Yeah, some great SIGs. Just big hitting SIGs, fantastic for following up off of setup moves, or just throwing out raw like that end SIG onto Far. Going to keep Far on this corner while Vortex goes for the edge guard, connects with the ground pound.
Who is going to be able to shut down this Far train? Because it keeps on rolling, and it seems like it might fall onto Vortex's shoulders, as he was kind of the monster of this blue team.
But STC has some fantastic SIGs with this Shovel Knight, has been doing very well for himself. And of course, with that Hammer, will have those guaranteed knockout potentials. You see him going up. Great pickup. STC going to get the first stock off of Far, and still holding on to his first stock, if only for a moment. Can't touch.
Vortex looking at 2 members of the red team, getting the better of him right now, giving plenty of time for STC to come back in. Grab this weapon. GC sidelight side air from Far. Ooh, more damage. This time swapping over to Vortex. Neutral SIG coming out. Far is going to get an easy punish with the sidelight in SIG on that.
Far throwing out quite a few of these orb end SIGs. Nice pickup. Sidelight side air gets both blue team members with that side air. Nice side SIG, launches STC. STC is unarmed, picks up a spear, dives forward. Far gets caught by the weapon toss from Vortex.
Get that knockout onto Mal, but can they kill Far? it seems like they're having so much trouble actually knocking him out. They can get him into the red. They can get him further into the red. They can get him even further into the red, and it seems like they just can't kill him.
That high defense Thor, the wide kill boxes on Shipwreck, far extending these stocks. STC trying to find the hit, but a scoop down from far, and STC is going to fall. Stock's advantage could go the way of the blue team, but Vortex is able to get that downlight into the recovery. Team combo, but they can't follow up onto Malv.
They were still able to put like 80 to almost 100 damage onto that. Getting Mal deeper into the orange. We'll see him red anytime soon. Oh, man, he had a lot of damage on that stock for the side air from all the way on that side of the stage. Likely, I don't know if he would have actually made contact with the stage to kind of take some of his momentum away if you hit it that angle. I'm not sure. But either way, he still found the knockout. No. Stomp side air, going to put some damage on the STC, who's dangerously close to getting knocked out on his final stock.
Vortex catches Malv with the sidelight. STC starting to bleed out here. Nice big side air. It's all left to far.
It's definitely winnable.
STC. He could take STC. Ooh, weapon toss. Oh!
Ah! That defense just barely holding on. Far trying to scoop Vortex out of the way. Orb in hand. Sidelight side air. STC has no punish!
That side air doesn't even put him off screen, though. STC really respecting Far. Trying to play back the neutral air into the recovery. It's all left to Far versus Vortex 1v1. Vortex with the stage control. Ooh!
And here in game 4, we kind of have what we've had the rest of these games. It's kind of the Far versus Vortex show. They've been the monsters on their team, putting up high kills, putting up big damage numbers, and it's going to come down to this 1v1. Is Vortex going to be able to take this and move on, or will we have a game 5 situation? Recovery, not enough.
So many clench moments, no weapon for Far. There's the spawn. Vortex denies it. Far just running for his life.
Oh, it's right over Vortex. Oh, it's so close to the Nair, the backside of the Nair, knocking off the top. Vortex and STC take the set, the same set that they lost 0-2 earlier to Far and Mal, moving on.
762 damage put out from Vortex, 733 put out from Far. Amazing showing from both of these players and both of these teams. But of course, Vortex and STC close it out 3-1 to go into the grand final to fight against Tiger and Jerry K.
And this is going to be by far